Hello and welcome to everybody who's watching. Thanks for being here. Again, recording at night. So tonight we're gonna be talking about Jeddah, Saudi Arabia in the episode 3 of Final Thoughts with Emilio. So, uh, can't forget my notes. Yes. Okay. I gotta talk about the first thing. I'm actually wearing it. My boy Checo with pole, maiden pole. Great Saturday for everyone. The entire country was happy. Non F1 fans were happy. So great. I mean, it looked promising. We were excited. I was excited. Highlight from that, besides the fact that Checo was on pole, his words on the after quali interview that he said if he can get pole in that circuit, then he can get pole anywhere. And I love hearing that from a driver because that means he has the confidence and he's ready for a fight for the next few races for the next races that are ahead. So I love to see Checo with confidence. I love to see him wanting to win, to have the thrive to keep going. So that's very exciting. I'm not going to talk a lot about quali. I think I'm just going to focus on the race. A lot of things happened. So yeah, moving on. First thing on the menu today is Alpines just fighting out the pink Alpines that give us deja vus, but I liked it. I know the community is divided whether that was a fun thing to watch, that if it was a good decision or not. To be fair, I do not understand the team orders or why Otmar was I think he even said it to on the radio, like, yeah, just let them race, we're okay, they'll figure it out, it's gonna be all right. So I'm very curious to try to understand the thought process behind that, but as a fan just watching from the comfort of my home, that was really fun. I think they were really going at it. They were giving us a huge show, and it was a very nice battle to just have at the beginning of the race. It helped with engagement. It got me excited, even though on my priority list, they're not on top of my priority list. I mean, Fernando's awesome. Esteban is doing great, but I mean, as a whole. But yeah, I think that was fun to watch. I still understand why you will let them do that as teammates, but as a fan, I can't complain. It was really fun to watch. Moving on. Great start from Checo. Great start from everyone, I think. And I just liked. I really got excited. I was ready to see Checo just keep at it. He had the pace. And once again, I don't think Ferrari was bluffing it, but maybe they just pulled a great performance by bringing the team out into the pit lane. And then Charles, he didn't even look like he hesitated. He just went straight ahead. So maybe he knew something that we didn't. But the fact that Checo pitted, I thought it was okay. It was a good call. But it's not the first time that we see a Williams into the barriers, kind of messing up with the race leader's race. It's just okay. It happens. It's racing. It's part of the sport. I understand it. But why did it have to happen to Checo after his maiden pole? I'm pissed. My man cannot catch a break in this beginning of the 2022 season. I don't like it. And his race kind of basically got screwed. I mean, you can say, like, yeah, he can, like, fight it back. He can keep pushing, but the safety car timing was perfect for everyone else. Everyone got a free pit. He couldn't make the places back. Then the safety car, and it was a whole drama. Again, I was completely devastated. I was frantically texting Brian like this, that was stupid. like why? And I was just pissed. But I mean, this is episode 3, and you can see that I get pissed easily. So yeah, not my ideal scenario, but still looked like a promising race. Still looked kind of fun. So I'm gonna pretend that I don't care about it anymore and move on. Move on from that incident, because we cannot move on from Checo, because we had the whole Sainz versus Checo on the coming out of the pit lane versus who was ahead of the white line. And I was trying to pay attention to the commentators, but honestly, I mean, it was something I was unaware of, like who owned the corner coming out of the pit lane. I understand for the drivers, it's extremely difficult to like see the line and just like time it perfectly. Of course, they're both gonna go for it. None of them wants to just give the place to the other driver. So I at the moment I didn't point any fingers. I didn't blame it on anyone. But I mean, seeing the replays, the slow-mo and everything, I do think Sainz was on the right by saying like, yeah, I was ahead, that was my corner, he pushed me off. As much as it hurts me to confess, yeah, I think he was okay. And I think it was a very nice thing. I won't say nice thing, but it's what it was supposed to happen. But I like the fact that it didn't take too long for the team to tell Checo to give the place back, because it is what it is. Let's get some clean racing again. Let's try to avoid all the drama that the last season was packed with. So I like that. I appreciated seeing the, let's call it sportsmanship, rule following, fair play, bringing a soccer term. But yeah, I like that. That was nice. And we're going with the man of my hour, at least, which is Leclerc. Again, great performance, and I just wanted to highlight on today's episode that he was being unreachable, I think, for 34 laps before, like, this happened before Red Bull told Max to check his tires to like manage them and everything. I'm just gonna fully assume that before that, Max was pushing him, Leclerc was pushing, and everyone is driving to the limit, right? That's what they do for a living. That's what they're there for. But I just wanted to point out that pace-wise, I don't know if it's the circuit, I don't know if it's the car, I don't know if it's the driver, or a combination of everything, but Leclerc was being unreachable for 34 laps. Like, he was surely gonna win it if things just carried it out the way it was going at. And yeah, I just wanted to point that out because I thought it was pretty amazing while I was watching it, and maybe someone else is gonna agree with me. Maybe some of you won't, and that's also allowed. Just gives me more information and more conversation. So yeah. And there was something I completely forgot while thinking before recording this, or while putting myself in this spot. All the cars that did not finish. I did not realize that, what was it? I think it was like 7 cars did not finish, to be fair. Tsunoda and Mick did not even start. So I think it was only 5 cars that did not finish. One being Latifi's crash, which, I mean, of course you're not going to finish if you crash your car. But I think it's slightly alarming, the fact that 4 cars did not finish. I think it was internal combustion engine problems, if I read right. But I think it was Danny, Rick, Bottas, Fernando. Oh my God, I cannot remember the other one. But if you do, just write down the comments, please. But I think it's very alarming / curious that it was in a constant pattern. What do I mean by this is that I believe all of them have different engine manufacturers. I think it's 4. I think it's Honda, Renault, Mercedes, and Ferrari. And I'm saying it's alarming, for example, for Ferrari, that it's been established that I want them to do good, because I think Alphas has the Ferrari engine, And if the Alpha engine failed, it just means it's more probable that the Ferrari engine also fails. There's a precedent. I understand there are a lot of things that can go different between teams, how you tune it up, how you build a car, how it got assembled. But I just think it might be slightly alarming that that's happening. I hated to see Danny just go no power, can't even accelerate. Hate to see that. I need that guy to do well. He deserves to have a good race in his home race. He needs to go to Australia and just do good. He must. I want it. Then Fernando I think he was doing a decent race, and then he just, I don't think it's his fault. So it was also a shame to see that. So yeah, I think I was just curious to just have a race with so little drivers finishing the actual race. It was almost half of the grid. And I haven't watched the sport for a long time, but I think that's just a lot of drivers just not crossing the checkered line. Well, yeah, kind of like a quick detour of my usual Red Bull, Ferrari, mumbo jumbo. What else? Oh yeah, I was a huge fan of seeing once again lap 43, the overtake. Max going at it, third time's the charm, decides to pressure Leclerc and then take the position, and it was amazing to just see that after a few twists and turns, Leclerc just grabbed the same formula from last time. I know there's a DRS zone. I know I'm just going to step on it, open the rear wing, and just go at it, and he barely got it. I think he went a little bit far into the corner, but still was able to keep it. And I just got hyped. I got pumped. I was kind of slightly yelling at my screen, but I thought that was amazing. And after that, I was sure that Leclerc was going to win it. I was positive. I have nothing against Max. I also love seeing him do well. But I need Charles Leclerc to do better. Especially because of that tweet that said that it's going to be really funny when 5 years when they're both fighting for the World Drivers' Championship, how this video of the incident it's just gonna age so well. And I fully agree with that. Whoever tweeted that, it's very fun and interesting to watch them both just battling out, at least in these few starting races. And I thought even after Max got the first position back, I was sure that Leclerc was gonna actually make the pass. I thought he was gonna take it back, but I strongly believe that the safety car saved Max from not an easy, and not I don't think it was gonna be easy, but the safety car saved Max from just losing the first position. I'm sure that he was gonna take it right back. And even still with the safety car, that last lap was, it got me going. It was a little bit nerve-wracking. It was fun to watch. It was exciting, which again, I think I already mentioned it before, but I'm loving it. The fact that we're having wheel-to-wheel racing to the end, to the checkered line, I really appreciated that. It just makes the whole race better. It's kind of like just like finishing with a little bit of a highlight, a little golden star. And I'm not sure about what I'm about to say, but I think it was the shortest difference between first and second drivers for a while. I think for 3 years, maybe. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on this one or in anything. Again, these are all my opinions. These are my final thoughts. So I thought that was really interesting. I was a little bit hurt that Charles didn't finish first, but I did like that Max got points because, after the tragic ending from last race. So, this is a good thing. It's a good indicator that the season is gonna keep giving us surprises, keep gonna give us entertainment, and that we're gonna have, at least for now, Leclerc and Max fighting it out. And I like to see that. I think they're both really good drivers, and it's gonna be fun to watch how the other drivers kind of like go up and try to fight it out with them. It's not only gonna be a 2-horse race. We're gonna have a lot, at least a couple of different drivers fighting for it. Especially George and Lewis, whenever the team figures out how to like fix the car, because I'm sure it's gonna happen. There's no way this stays for like the same pace, the same rhythm for the entire season. It's just not the way I think Mercedes operates, and you don't get to be where Mercedes is at by not knowing what to do. So once they figure that out, it's gonna be really fun to see what I think at least 6 drivers for sure fighting it out every race to get the most points, to get that first position. And I think that's just going to be a great sight for fan sore eyes, you know? So kind of like a little recap, like the final thoughts, even though I already talked about them. I can't wait to see Checo on podium. It's going to happen. I can't wait to see him in first position because I know it's going to happen again. I do want to see George up there. I need him to get his podium with Mercedes. I think that's just something that needs to happen. What else? I'm excited for Australia. It's been a while. I think it's been 2 years since the Formula 1 has raced there. I think it was the middle of COVID. There was drama before, like, is it going to start? Is it not going to happen? I think Sebastian was already, like, flying back home. So I'm excited to see that race again. I need Daniel to do good. I mean, I really want Lando to get his maiden first position, but I don't know. With that McLaren, I don't see that happening anytime soon. And yeah, those were like my little final thoughts. I think the today's episode is a little bit shorter. Maybe I just haven't like a lot of controversial things to talk about. But hey, let's keep it shorter and simpler. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging in there, making it all the way to the end of the video. And again, I encourage you to watch the previous episodes. If this is the first time you come into the channel, and just click on the first thing that you saw or that popped into your screen. So if this is the first one, there's already 2 previous episodes and a short intro where I explain that I am no expert at all. I'm just a fan. And I encourage you once again to stay tuned. I'm going to keep uploading videos, ideally after the races, because disclaimer, I think I'm going to be editing this after 2 races have happened. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to be a little bit out of sync when it comes to opinion. Like, race happens, my video, race happens. So I'm going to be slightly off of sync. The published dates are going to be all weird, but my thoughts are fresh. And I try to keep them as true to what I felt during the race. So yeah, thanks for being here. Please stay. Tell your friends if you think this is interesting to hear or watch. If not, continue watching. Thanks for being here. And see you next week on Final Thoughts for episode 4. Thank you.